When this president speaks, the world should listen. And the U.S. military, we can back it up. The most powerful military the world has ever known.
That's the latest word from our government tonight as Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth held a briefing alongside or following the U.S. attacks on Iran. This morning, much of the world is reacting to the news, which marks the first time the U.S. has directly bombed the Islamic Republic. While the White House and Pentagon tout Saturday's strikes on Iranian nuclear sites as a victory, Governor Whitmer put out a statement to everyone in Michigan earlier today, saying the safety and security of the people here is her top priority. She says she called a meeting last night with the Adjutant General of Michigan National Guard and Colonel Grady with the Michigan State Police. She said they're working together to monitor things closely, locally, and take steps to keep people in Michigan safe. People here in West Michigan are voicing their opinions on the strikes. Here's a live look at Rosa Parks in downtown Grand Rapids right now in the heart of the city. Protesters there are marching. That's where News 8's Josh Sanchez is right now among the demonstrators there. Josh, what are you seeing?
Right, Duncan, in the last about 10 to 5 minutes, that's when marchers went from Rosa Parks Circle, and now they're marching down through Ionia Avenue, and they're making their way through Grand Rapids Pride. Now, this protest started around 5 o'clock with the group marching through Grand Rapids Pride to stay over in Rosa Parks Circle. And, you know, watching them walk through, many of them are carrying the Palestinian flag, as well as a lot of signs that are critical to last night's strikes against Iran. Now, I spoke with a few demonstrators. They say they're extremely concerned about last night's efforts. Many of them are saying that it looks like the opening days of the U.S.'s involvement in Iraq, and that's one of their main concerns. I spoke with one of the organizers today, and they tell me that their goal today is to reach out to other people in Grand Rapids to share their concerns about the U.S. getting involved in another foreign conflict.
We think it's important to mobilize the everyday average American to realize how important it is to stand up against the warmongering that the United States perpetuates, right? We have 750 known military bases around the world, which is 10 times more than the next several countries combined. And so we are a nation at war constantly. These are our tax dollars. People in Grand Rapids struggle to feed themselves. They struggle to house themselves. But we're using our tax dollars to fund wars abroad against children and families that deserve to defend themselves.
Now, the organizers tell me that this will not be their only demonstration. They say next month they plan to do a demonstration where they will march from Grand Rapids all the way to Lansing by foot. They say that the goal for that one is to bring awareness to the conflict in Gaza. You know, as this situation goes from day 1 into day 2, Duncan, it's going to be interesting to see how other organizations around West Michigan react to the news. You know, we just had that briefing from the Pentagon this morning, and it seems to be like more information is coming out within every hour of this strike. So it will be interesting to see how different organizations across the political spectrum will be responding to the news from this weekend. In Grand Rapids, Josh Sanchez, News 8.
Lots more to follow on that. Josh Sanchez putting himself in the middle of that. Thank you, Josh. Protests, meanwhile, are taking place across the country in response to the strikes, including in Washington, D.C. Demonstrators gathered in the shadow of the White House, waving signs and chanting, "No war on Iran." Large crowds also formed in Times Square in New York City, where people for and against the strikes to Iran gathered.